All right, what's up everyone? Good morning. Welcome back to another Move Well Wednesday segment. All you're gonna need for this routine is your mat as well as a pad or a pillow for your knees, just so we don't aggravate them. So go ahead and give me just a second. Let me check the computer and we'll go ahead and start. Oh yeah, I don't wanna hear my own voice. What's up? All right, so again, all you're gonna need for this routine is your mat as well as a pillow for your knees so we don't aggravate them. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start off facing forward. So lying down on our stomach, we're gonna go ahead and start off with a Cobra. So go ahead and go knees out nice and wide. You're gonna sit your butt on your heels, extending out your arms. Go ahead and hang in this position for about 5 seconds. What I like to do is rock my body side to side. I feel like I get a nice little lat stretch while I do this. So here for another 4, 3, 2, 1. You're gonna slowly come up and round, drop that tailbone, looking over both ends. From here, come back into that first position, walk your hands to the right side. You're gonna feel a nice little lat stretch when doing this. Go ahead and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Walk your hands back into your center. Round that spine, drop that tailbone, looking over both ends. Back into that first position. Walk your hands all the way to the left side. Very nice. Again, just breathe in that position. You're going to be feeling a nice little lat stretch. Again, for the knees, I would recommend a pad. Some mats aren't thick, so what tends to happen is you start feeling that knee pain. So just be very careful. If you have the ability to use a pad, please feel free to do so. Again, your starting position is here. You're going to go ahead and round that spine, dropping that tailbone, opening up your chest. From there, automatically walking yourself towards one side to get in that nice little lat stretch. Back to the center, round that spine. Again, if you would like to move a little slower or faster than me, please feel free to do so. For those who experience wrist pain, one thing that I've been doing that's been helping is grabbing the ground. So anytime your hands are flat, what tends to happen is you're flexing your wrist more than we're able to. So personally, I can't really flex my wrist. So a push-up position, a high plank position aggravates it. So what I usually do is I'll hold on to the ground or I'll go fists down. So if you have any questions, if you have any wrist pain, try that out. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Chris. What's up, guys? Keep that up. You're gonna be here for another 10 more seconds. So we're gonna take our stretches a little longer today. They're gonna be about 1.5 minutes long. So you're here for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go into an adductor stretch, guys, so in the center. So go ahead and place your heel on the ground with your toe pointing up. You're gonna go hands facing forward. From here, you're gonna gently rock yourself back, basically sitting your glutes on your heels, coming right back. Please be very careful. It is gonna tug on that groin. If you have a tight groin, you will immediately feel it in this position. Sometimes even coming out like this will pull on it. So if you feel that this is already an intense stretch, you don't need to rock that body forward and back. Just go ahead and hold. From here, for those who feel that this movement isn't too difficult, you're gonna go ahead and rock without the hands. So placing yourself all the way back, coming right up. Just please be careful. It is a pretty deep stretch. Just breathe with the movement. We're here for another 15 seconds. I'm just gonna go ahead and check on some comments if there are any. All right, go ahead and keep that up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Same exact thing, other side, guys. So again, heel on the ground with your toe pointing up. You have the option of placing your hands in front of you as you rock back or taking them off the ground. My only concern with this movement is we want to make sure that we have a neutral spine. What that means is right here. So I'm keeping my spine neutral. I'm not overly arching it or overly caving it in as I go as I rock back. So just be mindful about that. Breathe through the movement. Again, if you would like to hold at the end range or even at the starting position, please feel free to do so. Very nice. We're here for 20. We're gonna go back on our stomach right after this one. So keep breathing here, team. If you feel that it's an intense stretch, again, just hold. You can bring your foot back in, reset that movement. We're here for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On our stomach, we're gonna go with our scorpion. So, hands come out into that T position. Go ahead and rest your forehead on the ground. What you're gonna do is lift up that left leg, take it towards your right palm. Coming right back in, right leg up towards your left palm. Be very careful with this stretch, guys. Again, if you want to move faster than me, slower than me, if you want to hold a little longer, please feel free to do so. For those who have a tight chest and a tight shoulder, you should be feeling it all throughout here. I know I do. Again, just rest your head down. Taking it nice and slow. Just making sure we're breathing here and not just holding our breath. Lift up as high as you can. Tighten up that glute first, and then go ahead and move. So again, here, tighten the glute, and then go ahead and move. Keep that up. Very nice. Let's go another 15 seconds. We've got a nice little shoulder one coming up, and by nice, I'm being very sarcastic. I don't like this one, but that's okay. All right, so in that same position, go ahead and rest your forehead on the ground. We're gonna take our knife edge again. Knife edge looks just like so. From here, oh boy, you're gonna lift up. You're gonna bring it all the way towards your side. Place it on your back, bring your elbows up. Hold this position. Bring the arms back towards your side, all the way back down, and you restart. So I'm gonna go ahead and perform it facing you now. So we're gonna go arms up, bring it all the way towards your side, place it on your back, squeeze your elbows together, woo! Coming right back out and down. Boy, go ahead and continue that out. This is gonna really help get that shoulder mobility, get that shoulder loosened up. If you start feeling it in your low back, don't bring your chest up as high. So try to keep your chest on the ground, keep your forehead on the ground, and that should take some of the low back pain out of it. When I try to come up too high, I tend to feel it in my low back, so just be mindful about that. The most important part is this little squeeze of the elbows together. From my voice, you can hear how challenging this movement is for me. Boy. Keep the movement up, guys. Let me just check on some comments real quick. All right. Keep that up. You know, I only really did that so I can kind of get out of doing this movement. Cheating myself, but that's okay. Keep that up. Let's go. Last one here. All right. Go ahead and come up nice and slow. Let's get some T-spine mobility in there. So what you're gonna do here, feet are gonna be about shoulder width apart. You're gonna go ahead and sit back. So my back is nice and flat. I'm gonna place my right elbow on my right knee. So basically digging it into my knee. From there, left hand goes right on my ear. I'm gonna rotate in, exhale, open up as far as I can, coming right back in. For those who have a challenge getting into this position where you're basically sitting on your heels, you can go ahead and perform it in our regular quadruped position, you'll be doing the same exact thing and rotating out. Again, for those who experience pain or difficulty coming into this position, you can go ahead and continue the movement on all fours. Again, you want to dig that elbow into that knee, elbow to elbow, exhale, open up. Again, hold, come right back in, reset that movement. We're really focusing on getting as much movement in that T-spine as possible here. Again, just make sure you're breathing through your movement and not just holding your breath. We're here for about 30 seconds and we're going to go ahead and switch our side. Same exact thing. Breathe through the movement. 15. That gives us time for 2 more, guys. Good. Last one here, and we'll switch our side. Very nice. Go ahead and switch. Take a deep breath in. Go ahead and place your elbow right on your knee. You're going to rotate in. Exhale, rotate out. This is where a pad would be helpful for the knee. If you have sensitive knees or any knee injuries, please be careful about not doing it on hardwood. And if you do have hardwood, grabbing a mat, grabbing a pad, grabbing a pillow, anything that would take the knee pain out of it or the tenderness. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. So here, what I like to do is I like to get a little bit more rotation. So at my end range, I'll really try to pull back just a little more each and every rep. That usually helps me in gaining some more mobility in my T-spine. Go ahead and try that out. So at your end range, if you feel like this is your end range, go ahead and try to move just about an inch more, coming right back down. Continue that movement out, guys. Again, just move with the breath. I find that for me, anytime I'm doing mobility, it's the hardest to keep breathing. I tend to want to just hold my breath. I find it easier, even though that's what really gets my heart rate up. So just focus on the breathing here. We're here for 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice, guys. Go ahead and come on to all fours. So we're going to go knees beneath your hips, wrists beneath your shoulders. Again, for those who have wrist pain, really focus on grabbing the ground or going fists down. From here, what we're going to do, we've done this before, we're going to hang in our bear position, then we're going to go up into a down dog. So each position, I like to hold for about 5 seconds. If you want to move faster than me, please feel free to do so. So your bear is only about an inch off the ground, keeping that neutral spine. Your down dog can be done 2 ways. I like to do it with my bent knee because of my mobility. You can go ahead and extend, but I don't get anywhere with that. Coming right back down. So you're basically hovering over both positions. You want to try to find a nice little flow from one movement to the next. In that down dog, guys, really try to get your head in between your shoulders. That's going to give you a nice little lat stretch. So the stretch that we did in the beginning with the lat one, that should help loosen it up. With this one, really focus on getting in deeper. So getting your head parallel to your shoulders, that's going to really focus on your lats. So again, finding that nice little rhythm. When you're in that down dog, again, only about an inch off the ground, you want to make sure that you're in a tabletop position. The down dog, you can also pedal out your calves. A couple different ways of doing it. So go ahead and hang in there for a little longer. Again, I prefer doing the modified version of it with my knees bent. Couple different variations. 20 seconds, guys. 10. Keep that up for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go back up into our down dog and transfer into our pigeon. So again, high plank position. You're gonna go straight up into your down dog. From there, bring your right foot in, going into that pigeon. Again, you can hold for a couple seconds if you'd like, or you can directly transfer back and switch. We want to focus on getting in that nice little hip flexor stretch, glute stretch. Ideally, in that pigeon, you want to be a 90-degree with that knee and hip, but that's okay if you can't. We're still working on it. Just breathe with your movement. So I had mentioned this last week. When it comes to mobility, it's all about consistency. So I've made it a habit to do about a 10 to 15 minute routine in the morning. What you can do is you can pick 5 to 6, 5 to 7 movements that you feel like you need to focus on yourself and kind of embed them in your routine, in your day. You don't have to go 15 minutes, 15-minute bouts. You can do 2 minutes, 5 minutes, anytime. If you can try to fit it into your schedule, even if it's just 5 minutes, you will see the improvement. I know when I started my down dog, when I started doing down dogs, Jonathan and Maddie kind of just watched me bastardize the movement a little bit. But I feel like at this point I've gotten a little more comfortable with it. Still not comfortable to the point to go feet extended, but I know I've seen my improvements from doing them every day. So if you can, pick 5 or 6 movements. If you want me to introduce a couple more movements, whether it's shoulder, hip, knee, ankle, whatever joints you feel like you need to work on, just let me know and I'll start embedding some couple different ones for you all. So another 7 seconds here. 5, 4. I want you to finish off with that pigeon. So hold that pigeon. So when you're in this position, go ahead and find your 90-90. So from that pigeon, transferring straight into a 90-90, 90 degrees on your front knee, 90 degrees on your back knee. We're gonna go ahead and flare it up a little bit. So depending on what foot you have forward, I have my right foot forward, so I'm gonna go left hand on my ankle, right hand out. Keeping my spine neutral and my belly button tucked in, I'm gonna lean forward and drive right back up. So basically 1 hand on your ankle, 1 hand out. I want you to tighten that core up, lean forward with that neutral spine, drive right back up. What I want you to do with the back foot is really focus on tightening up your glute. The way you can do that is, let me think about how to kind of explain that. What you can do is physically, if you can picture a wall parallel to your foot, I want you to physically try to push that wall away without moving your foot. So creating that tension without actually creating movement. So tightening up the glute, tightening up the quad as you go down and come right back up. So again, tighten up the glute, tighten up the glute, tighten up the glute, hold, come right back up. So again, back foot, I want the glute to be nice and tight. I like to think about pushing against the wall as I go down without actually moving. We're here for another 10. A more advanced way is both hands out. Again, tightening up that core, leaning down, coming right back up. Still thinking about pushing the wall away as you go down and as you come right back up. Last one here, and we're gonna switch our side. Again, nice and slow, drive up. Good, let's switch. Same exact thing. 90 on the front knee, 90 on the back knee. Let's start off with hand on your ankle, core is nice and tight, glute is nice and tight, leaning forward with that neutral spine, driving right back up. Again, really think about pushing the wall away with your foot to tighten up that glute. When and if you're ready, both hands come out. You're gonna lean forward. Yeah, this is not my good side, and come right back up. So if you notice what I just said, this is not my good side, You may tend to experience tightness on one side more than the other. That's completely normal. We just want to focus on getting them even. So, yeah. If you feel that both hands is a little difficult on one side, go back to one or go back to both hands on the ground to just focus on loosening up that hip and that hip flexor just a little bit. But still engage that back glute. So pushing the wall away with your foot. For those who have a foam roller, this is a really nice one with the foam roller. You can go ahead and lay your forearms on the foam roller, glide yourself down. By doing that, you're going to get a nice little lat stretch in simultaneously. Let's go 3 more. Take your time. Last one here, guys. Inhaling down, exhaling, driving up. Very nice. Let's go back into our push-up high plank position. We're going to go a spider walk with a hamstring stretch. So high plank position, making sure you're grabbing onto the ground. Go ahead and step that right foot in. Drop that elbow down, lift up. Drop that back knee, toe pointing up. You're going to sit back onto your heels. You can hold this position for a little longer or come right back. So we're going to stick to one side. Again, right foot is forward, dropping that elbow, lifting up. Left knee comes down, right toe comes up, and I sit back. Find a nice little rhythm for that movement. I have very tight hamstrings, so I don't like to, but I know that I should hold this position for a little longer. Ideally, it takes about 15 seconds for your muscle to kind of relax. When you first put a muscle into a stretch, it contracts. That is the reason why it is very tight in the beginning. And then in about 15 seconds, it just kind of loosens up. Your brain sends a signal saying, hey, this is just a stretch, you can relax. That's how I like to think about it. We're here for 10. Oh my God. You should start feeling it loosen up a little bit. If you don't, hold it. Try really focus on holding it for 15 seconds if you can. Let's go last one here, guys. And then we'll switch our sides. So same exact thing on the other side. Go ahead and switch. Let's do the opposite side. So again, high plank, stepping your left foot in, dropping that left elbow, lifting up, right knee is down. Oh my God, holy. If one side is tighter, hold that side for a little longer. So this has been one that I've been doing every day. I feel that it stretches out everything. You get in that nice little hip flexor stretch, you get in T-spine, you get in shoulder, and by adding this little thing in there, you get some hamstring mobility. For those who are more advanced, you can perform the hamstring one, which I cannot do. Standing up, this is as far as it goes. Ideally, you want to get to this point off your knees. So again, for those who want to make it a little more advanced, it looks something like this, but just 10 times better. I like to perform the modification of it. Take your time with the movement, guys. Again, if you feel that your muscle or your hamstring is not loosening up just yet, hold it for 15 seconds and just try it out. Your hamstring will loosen up towards the end of that 15-second mark. We've got a couple more. And one final one, guys, and we're going to go into a little bit of a hip flexor stretch. Very nice. So this is the one where, even though you're doing it on a mat, I would recommend a pad or a pillow if possible. So what we're going to do here is Let's go left knee down. I'll give you guys just about a second until you grab a pad, a pillow, or even just rolling up your mat. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna go left foot down, right foot forward. Let me go ahead and turn to my side. So we're gonna add a couple different layers to this movement. I like to go hands on my hips. What I'm gonna do here is really tuck my hip in. So that is your starting point. So again, tucking that hip under. From there, I'm just gonna hold here. If this is not stretching out your left hip flexor, then you can lean. So the most important part is that tucking hip under and then leaning if you need it. So let's just hold here until we feel that hip flexor kind of loosen up within that 15-second mark. From there, we're gonna add a nice little layer to the movement. From here, hands up, we're gonna go flexion and extension. So just coming forward and coming back. So we have 3 planes of movement. You have forward and back, side to side, and rotation. So we're gonna go ahead and work all 3 of those right now. This is our front to back. Good. Now we're gonna go left side only. Well, this is my right arm actually, but we're leaning towards the left side. This is gonna be our side to side. Keep that up for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left arm. You may feel that one side is a little tighter, which is, again, that's okay. If you feel that your hip flexor is fatiguing out a little bit, just reset the movement. Rest for about 5, reset, continue that out. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, final 1. We're gonna twist side to side. Right side first, twisting side to side. You're here for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left arm, same thing. Again, twisting side to side. Remembering to keep that hip tucked in. If you feel that it's a lot, just come out of that stretch, reset it up, and continue that out. From here, we'll go ahead and switch our side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and switch. Again, take your time. I'm gonna go forward this time. Right knee down, left foot up. Tuck that hip under, guys. Then if you need to, lean forward. You're gonna feel that nice little hip flexor stretch. We're gonna hold here for 15 seconds before we add those extra movements in. Again, we're going 3 planes of movement, forward and backward, side to side, and rotation. That's gonna really get into that hip, because your hip is a ball and socket. What that means is it does all movements. So it kind of just rotates around like so. So we want to work all movements. We're going to go forward and back right now. You don't need to go arms up in the air if it aggravates you. You can simply go right here and perform the same exact movement. Again, if it feels like it's a lot, just come out of it, reset your movement, and continue that out. Just please be careful. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right side. Woo. Breathe through your movement. We've got 2 more movements to go, and we'll be done. 3, 2, 1. Left arm or left side. Oh, my knee. Because of how tight my quads are as well, I feel it all the way down. So when it starts becoming an intense stretch, just come out of it and reset. 3, 2, 1. Last 2. Right side. We're going side to side. Really focus on going side to side. Keeping that hip tucked in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Opposite side. Same exact thing here. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and just shake out those knees a little bit if you felt that it was a lot. We're gonna go 2 more, like I said. Our first one is gonna be our toe touch squat. So, starting up in our standing position, we're gonna take it a little slower. So you're gonna go 4-second hip hinge. Our arms are gonna come out, so let me demonstrate. We're gonna go 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 2. Hand comes down into our squat. So from here, we're gonna go right side, left side, both hands up, and you stand up. So let's go together on this. Hip hinge for 4 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, go for it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 2. Arms come down, you go into your squat. Really use your elbows to pry those knees apart. Right side, left side, both hands up, and you stand up. So when we're going right and left, use that opposite elbow to push your knees out. So again, reset that movement. Breathe as you go into it. Right here, I like to use my elbow, push my knees out. Right side, left side, both hands come up and stand up. So don't fuse those movements together. Make sure you go arms up first and then lift up. That's my recommendation. Breathe through the movement. If you want to hold your deep squat a little longer, please feel free to do so. Again, the only thing is we want to make sure that our heels stay on the ground and they don't lift up. So keep that in mind. Let's go for 2 more. Keep that up. Last one here if you're there, and we'll end off with some breathing and we'll be done for. So keep that up. Finish off that last one. You should be on that final one right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's go ahead and get back on our mat. Let's go with some breathing so we can end off nice and slow. So lying on your back, we're gonna go hands on our rib cage. What you wanna do from there is we're gonna take a deep breath in, allowing our rib cage to expand. So really take that nice deep breath in. Hold at the top for 2. Slowly start to exhale. Use your hands to compress your ribs. Use your hands to compress your ribs. At the end of that breath, blow out that last little candle. It'll go somewhat like, and you should feel your diaphragm contract. So resetting that breathing in, taking that deep breath in, feeling your rib cage expand. So one thing I want you to focus on is, do you feel that you're doing a chest breathing where your chest is going up, or do you feel that you're filling up your belly? Ideally, I want you to fill up your belly. The way I like to think about that is thinking about my stomach as a balloon, taking the air as low as possible. I like to, if the hands on the rib cage are a little tough, what you can do is hands on your stomach and then really try to see if your palms come up and come down as you breathe. Chest heavy breathing, we tend to see it when someone is having an anxiety attack or they're nervous. It's very short, shallow, and up here, it's up here. So we want to take our breaths down low, holding at the top for 2. When you exhale, when you feel that you've let out all of your breath, blow out that last little candle. That will contract your diaphragm. Again, when you feel that you've let out all of your breath, blow out that last little candle, and then reset your movement. Let's go last one here, last deep breath here. The purpose of ribcage breathing is we really want to focus on 360 movements. What that means is we kind of want to see if our ribcage all around is moving, is expanding and decompressing. So really focus on that. And exhale, nice and slow. Blow out that last little candle and rest. Very nice, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Again, if you have any questions, if you want me to start including a little more joints that you personally want to focus on, please just let me know. I'll go ahead and research some more and I'll include that for next week's. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.